Hi everyone, this is Rosalind Sadaka. I'm founder of the Child-Centered Divorce Network for Parents. I'm a divorce and parenting coach, and I want to talk to you now about co-parenting effectively. When you're divorced and you're a parent, the most important factor in the entire divorce situation should be the children that you love. And I know you want to do best by them. But co-parenting is not an easy situation, especially if you're feeling conflict with your former spouse. So I want to talk about some guidelines that can help you through the process. One of the most important questions you can ask yourself at any factor before, during, and after a divorce is, do I love my children more than I hate my ex? That's an important question to ask yourself, and I'm going to repeat it. Do I love my children more than I hate my ex? If you let that question be your guideline, it'll help you make the best decisions because it'll keep you putting your children's best interests first and keep out the anger, the resentment, the other emotions that are likely to cloud your vision. Co-parenting is about cooperative parenting. You and your former spouse are not the same people. You may or may not have similar parenting styles. You may or may not agree about parenting issues. But there's a very important question that I want you to also consider before you make any parenting decision, any co-parenting decision. And that is, would I be making this same decision the same way if we were still married? In other words, am I using this circumstance and manipulating the reality in a way to get back at my ex, to hurt my ex, to somehow make them wrong, or to defeat them in some battle? If you're making a decision from the pure parenting sense of, is this in the best interest of my children? Am I making the best decision for them? Then you're going to move ahead and create the right solution. However, if you just move ahead and make a decision based on how you can hurt your ex, get back at your ex, and in some way impede their credibility, then the consequences are not going to be in the best interest of your children. And you have to deal with that reality. So think before you make any decision. There are many wonderful online parenting programs that are available today that can help you schedule co-parenting, where you can minimize the amount of time you have to be spending interacting on the phone and do it all online. When you schedule ahead of time, you minimize conflict. Everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing and when. You could put details about health, about favorite clothing or toys, the size of the children, and various other issues, including school issues. All of that can be in place so that the two of you have one place to go to look up information, to communicate, ask each other questions, and come up with a scheduling that is smooth and effortless. And I do suggest cooperation. The more favors you do for your former spouse, changing the plans at the last minute because of a scheduling plan changes that they have, the more likely they are in turn to do that for you. And that creates cooperation. That creates co-parenting that's focused on the well-being of your children. If you get into petty games about, I'm not going to do this for you, then you're setting up a reality that's going to be filled with tension and discord. And who suffers the most from the tension and discord? Your innocent children. So keep this in mind when you're going through co-parenting. I know every situation is different, and there's no absolutes when you're talking about something as complex as this. But if you remember the two questions that we brought up in the beginning, you'll be guided to move in the right direction. We have lots of advice, suggestions, tips, articles, and other services at childcentereddivorce.com. And I provide personal coaching online or via Skype or by telephone. And I also have a wonderful 10-hour audio coaching program with workbook that gives you a full spectrum of information about successful co-parenting. So visit childcentereddivorce.com, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there.